I would like to start this video with a bit of a personal update. I don't think a lot of you understand. I am currently without internet at any. When my roommate is home, occasionally I'll get a hotspot set up. But it's impossible for me to upload on that thing. It's just impossible. But I am able to try to go through some of the emails. And it is possible on his phone, not hotspot, to watch a video or two. But he's not always here. He works. And I'm back at work, so my time is limited. And my extra time right now has been going to my friend that came to stay with me. And a lot of you have been asking me about that. And I can't reveal a lot of information, but I can tell you this much. She's female and pregnant, and it was a domestic violence situation, and I have helped her here, and Clark County in Nevada is being very good to her. She was able to produce the police reports from where she came, and they have stepped in. She's still with me, but they have gotten her a voucher. Because she's pregnant, she qualifies for housing and all kind of help here. So hopefully in a couple of weeks, she's going to have her own place. She's already got her food stamps, her medical. They expedited everything for her. She was pretty beat up when she got here. She had been to the doctor there, but she knew her life was on the line and the baby. So she's going to be fine here. As far as I'm understanding from her, he don't know anything about me or my channel or anything. She just ran. She's in a lot better frame of mind now. She seems very determined. She's young. Not a teen, well, not an adult, but she's 18. I'll just tell you that. She's old enough. But still so young to be in this kind of situation that you have to run away to somebody you really don't even know. It was that bad. Okay, and a lot of you are going through similar crap, that your families are breaking down. I've been telling you for a long time that when Uranus and Pluto changes signs, that everything changes. Uranus in the physical world, Pluto in the etheric spiritual world. And the same thing happened to me. I knew I wasn't supposed to be in that relationship, but I was too stupid to leave. I even saw the warning signs, but I was too stupid to leave. I had a million excuses for why I didn't just leave. And I talked myself into thinking I was doing the right thing for everybody but myself. So it came down violence on me as well. And once somebody's violent with me, that's it. I don't do reverse. I don't go back. There's no second chance. We're done. And I'm glad to see that this person has finally woke up, because she's been enduring this for a couple years. So everything's good on that end. I'm back at work, so that's good on my end, and I got out of sales, and now I'm on help desk, which means I don't get commission, but I do get more hours and more money on my actual paycheck. My hourly rate is higher, so that helps out a little bit. Otherwise, things are great for me. We don't have furniture yet. Now, they've helped her out. When she gets her place, a voucher so she can get her own apartment, they've already gave her stuff to where she can go and get furniture and clothes and whatever she needs for her and the baby. A few of you have asked if she needs help or anything. She's really fine. She could probably, until everything kicks in for her, she could probably use a little help. If y'all wanted to send something, just make sure you put friend in need on it so that I know it's for her and she will get it. Otherwise, we're really great. Like I said, we ain't got furniture yet, but I got some time coming up this weekend. I'm going to try to get out and hit some yard sales and thrift stores and see if we can't pick up some bunk beds and a couch and just chairs and tables. We really don't have anything right now, but we're getting there. All right. Another thing. I am currently, because I only have access to the internet right now when my roommate is home and not using his phone to set up a hotspot for me. So I'm not really able to upload anything. I'm still sitting on a bunch of charts. I've already got December's charts done. January, I have left. I already took bookings for February. So those might get it done a little ahead of time, being as I might have some extra time on my hand coming up here soon. It's just a matter of getting them uploaded. And they're 1.5 to 2 hour long videos, so it's not something that I have access to now. But like I said, the cable guy will be here on the 20th is my appointment date. And we should be rocking and rolling by then. So please be patient. I also have emails I have not got to. Please be patient. I'm not psychic. Okay, I'm getting a lot of emails where there's a lot of assuming I know things, or assuming I'm just not that brilliant. Sorry, but I'm not any different from any one of you. If apparently you haven't listened to a lot of my videos, that my life is shit all my life. It's been this way my whole life. It's like I'm a walking disaster. If it's not one thing, it's another. And I'm very, very flawed. Let me put it to you that way. I have, I'm not antisocial, but I come off that way. I come off as obnoxious and arrogant, and I'm not. I'm just really off in my head somewhere. I'm not interested in socialization. I don't go out and party. I don't hang out with a bunch of people. I'm perfectly fine all by myself, all in my head, because I'm quite aware it's all in our minds, all of it. And our minds are broken into 3 phases, just like everything else. All right, I think I've overspoken what I wanted to say there. So let's just get right into this. I absolutely love turning on Stellarium and seeing Fomalhaut there. And I couldn't be happier that Venus is there. This is where Venus is in my natal chart, right there. And so I'm very at home with my heart. There is good things and bad things about Venus being in Aquarius. The good thing is, man, you have a huge heart, and you will sacrifice yourself for others. That's why this sign represents the Christ. He gives himself for others. You put others before yourself. No man takes my life, I lay it down. That's what he said. It's the self-martyr. People who have this Venus, you will sacrifice your own heart for others. So it has its good and its bad. But what's really going on is what's going on over here. I can't even believe I'm making a video with the Sun conjunct Saturn, Pluto, and Mercury is combust. You might as well say conjunct Mercury. So there's a lot going on here. And the biggest part of all of this is the fact that Pluto and Saturn are there. The Sun is the power. Mercury's the messenger. Saturn is the higher self. But Pluto is the subconscious. So we're finally at that point now where our higher self is in alignment with our subconscious. And this is a great thing, because this is our current battle that we have going on, is the manipulation of the collective subconscious. And they do it by symbolism. I've talked about this so much. The conscious mind speaks in language. The subconscious mind speaks in symbolism, to where the imagination does both. The imagination uses symbolism and language. So with them perverting the symbolism is why we have a lot of unnatural things occurring. Now, Saturn, the higher self, the crown chakra, rules nature. It rules this natural circle. When I talk about the zodiac, to me, that's Saturn's circle. Period. Others have power in it. Everybody gets a turn on the wheel. But in Aquarius, Saturn rules astrology, that circle, and alchemy, that circle. So the subconscious is now coming in alignment with Saturn, the circle, the message, Mercury, and the power to get the job done, the Sun. Saturn rules Aquarius. Opposite Aquarius is Leo, which is ruled by the Sun. So within the circle, we have opposition between an automatic, natural opposition between Saturn and the Sun, between Aquarius and Leo. Now, all of this that's occurring really big time is going down in Jupiter's house, and Jupiter's there. I like Jupiter here. Jupiter in Sagittarius is the illuminated mind. Desire, philosophy, ideology, expansion, these are the terms that go with Jupiter in Sagittarius. It's expanding the mind, the illuminated mind. It is a fire sign. The word fire is also translated light. So it's the light in the mind, the aha moment, the illuminated mind. And so this is what's going on. That's why the battle is so huge right now. It's epic. It is world changing. When I say the word world, I want every one of you to understand. I might as well just do it. World age. The word world should always be followed by age. It's a time. It's a constellation. It's one age. It's one world. There are 12 worlds in the circle. But when you look through the heavens, there are worlds without end. That's another statement you'll find in the Bible. Worlds without end. You will also find world singular without end. And that is talking about the age of Aquarius, because Aquarius doesn't have an end. It goes right into Capricorn because Saturn rules both. So it's world without end. And the two are one. So what we have occurring is Jupiter. This is Jupiter's time. This is Jupiter's age. It's a time of expansion. It's a time of empire. And currently, in the world age, this part of it, it's a time for the illumination of the mind. It's time for everybody to get edumacated. That's right. So that's what we're going to do. And a lot of it is going to happen naturally for people because you have the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, to where the higher self is now directly affecting or in alignment with the subconscious mind. And that includes the collective subconscious. And the battle, and this is what Jupiter and Saturn are battling over. The battle is for the collective subconscious. This particular battle has been going on for actually a couple hundred years as Pluto traveling with the sequence of the cycle that pertains to the subconscious in Saturn-Jupiter conjunctions. That's easiest. And constantly, Jupiter comes out ahead every time for the past 200 plus years. Now we're coming into a time that hasn't occurred in over 3,000 years, to where we're going to have this Saturn, Jupiter, Pluto conjunction, to where we're going to have our desires, our higher self, and our collective subconscious all in alignment. And it's going to be a make or break for everybody. For everybody. A lot of people, there is going to be a massive awakening. The Bible would describe it as the veil coming down. When your eyes opened and we all see everything for what it really is. The awakening. Everybody's in a deep sleep. They're all mesmerized by the flashing light of the television and the computer screen, and they're in the trance zombie mode. And when everybody wakes up, let's see if I can get the exact quote from the Bible. Some will wake up to everlasting life, and some will wake up to condemnation. And that's self-condemnation, because you realized you were, I want to say, on the wrong side, but two sides are wrong and the only right is in the middle. The three pillars. We talk about the threes all the time. The middle pillar is the fixed. We're moving into a world age that is fixed and then becomes cardinal, all in one. They're all in one. 3-in-1 oil. How about that? They use this. This is the reason that corporations, commercial entities use symbols and logo, is because they know you're attracted to it. To me, let me give you an example. Valentine's Day. It's not about Valentine's Day. It's about 9 months later. Children are born under certain signs. Ironically, since Valentine's Day has been instituted, more people are born right here at Libra Virgo. When you get pregnant on Valentine's Day, you end up right here between Libra and Virgo. I call it the pit. The controversy. You'll have to watch my video, Fiery Serpent on the Pole, and the Pharaoh shows from my first channel to understand about why this is so important. So you have 12 houses of the zodiac, and children are born under every house, and they know that you're attracted to those symbols subconsciously. Pluto. So a commercial entity, when it gets its logo, it knows that it's got, it uses a symbol of the zodiac, a constellation. It has 1/12 of the public in its pocket, because you're going to be attracted to that symbolism subconsciously. And then you have another group of the planets. Say Nike uses Mercury. Okay, everybody's got Mercury in their chart, but it is 1/7 of the power. The power of the planets is divided into 7. So they know they have 7% of 1/7, not 7%, 1/7 of the dollar power that they're automatically going to get subconsciously. And we do, in this age of Pisces, is a groupthink age. So they can do it in mass numbers, right? Now is the time that we're moving from groupthink to individualism. It's not going to be about your family. It's not going to be about your blood. It's not going to be about any of this. It's not going to be about your race. It's not going to be about your constellation. None of that. The next stage is going to be about merit. You must earn it. There will be no free rides, no nepotism, no elitism. Everybody gets the same chance. It's do you apply yourself? It's like going to public school now. Public school now is a forerunner, that everybody's got the same shot. Everybody gets the same book in the class. Do you apply yourself? Some people are at more of an advantage. But those are environmental and economical issues. And that will not be a factor in the next stage, because of the way the law is going to be rewritten. We will finally be given the Sermon on the Mount. Everybody's going to get it. It's karma. Everybody's going to get exactly what they deserve. So right now, what's going on here is it starts off with a bang. And Saturn is laying down the law to the collective subconscious. But that Jupiter's had this hold on actually since the 80s, when Saturn and Jupiter met in Virgo with the same lineup, that Pluto energy there as well. Okay, but now they're going to be in perfect alignment at the end of this year in Capricorn, in Saturn's house. Currently, this battle is in Jupiter's house of the illuminated mind. So the battle is for the mind and the collective subconscious. To me, the ones who are going to come out on top are those not in the collective subconscious. That you're running on your own programming. You're not networked in. Okay? You have your own BIOS, your own Windows, your own operating system, and you're not running off of the network. If that helps you to understand. You got to get out of the network. It's like... it's almost like Facebook to me. I preferred MySpace over Facebook because MySpace is etheric. It's Saturn. But Facebook draws in Jupiter, the flesh, because it's your face, right? It's about the outside. When MySpace was about the inside, space is etheric. I think I'm confusing a bunch of you now. I'm going to just leave that where it is and we'll move forward. Okay, and that right there, Mercury combust of the Sun, is why I'm having trouble finding the vocabulary I need to explain this. But I think you all get the gist of it. Mars, finally in Scorpio. Mars is good here. Mars is good to go here. This is emotions. This is actually with Mars in Scorpio and Venus in Aquarius, both on the fixed cross. They are squared and they're in a square. They're on the same cross. So they are, this is love's in the air. People are going to fall in love. You're going to make new relationships and new friends. Emotional, your heart and your emotions are in a good position right now. Oh, I'm thirsty. The bad thing right now is really Mercury being combust of the Sun, as is Saturn and Pluto. And that just empowers. It either strips it or empowers it. Now we have the moon currently. What time is it? It's early morning here. 7:41 a.m. on the 14th. The moon is opposite Venus. In my chart, I have the moon and Venus right here in my natal chart. So we have an opposition. And the moon is in the I don't know or me stage. Look at me, look at me. This is self. This is love of self. And this is love of others. But the moon reflects how other people see you. And it's coming at, by the time this gets uploaded, it's going to be in Virgo anyway. The moon is moving along. Neptune, is Neptune still in Aquarius. Yes. So we have the imagination is in opposition to the moon as well, but in conjunct are squared Mars and Venus. So you have the imagination, the heart, and the emotions are all working together. They're all on the same agenda with the moon. But the battle, what's really going on, the other side of the coin, is the Saturn-Jupiter battle and the sun being there. Right now, because the Saturn is combust of the sun, it is Jupiter that actually has the power. But next week, that's not true. You're still going to have this Saturn-Pluto energy going. Let's watch it move. There's my birthday. And you see the sun between Mercury, but now they're still combust of the sun. And Jupiter is not. Jupiter is good to go. Mercury gets a break when he moves into Capricorn, and then Saturn gets the break when the sun moves into Capricorn. And that leaves the Saturn-Jupiter with no outside interference. It's going to be the Saturn conjunct Pluto with Jupiter. And then the moon coming in on the 22nd, the moon will join that as well. Let me pull us back to today. Is Neptune retrograde? 81049. 18049. No. Neptune not retrograde. So we have a linear imagination. Uranus, our conscience mind, in Aries. This is cardinal fire. We're supposed to be purifying our conscience minds currently for the next few years. We're supposed to it's not what goes into your mouth that defiles you, it's what comes out your mouth, and what comes out your mouth is what's in your heart, Venus, and in your mind, Uranus. So need to clean that up. If you're into pornography, get away from it. If you're into watching violence, action, pack people, blow them up, shoot them up, kill them up, you really need to back off of that. You need to purify the mind and the heart by what you put into it. You're better off. You're better off eating garbage out of a dumpster, and you have a better chance for your soul than watching the news. The news it's all negative symbolism. They make the good symbols bad, the bad symbols good, and then they put the narrative behind it for the agenda. To pervert the symbolism, because it controls the collective subconscious. And this age is run by the collective. And next age, those of you here on my channel, you're already out of the collective. You're just an observer of the collective. You're much, most of you, 99% of you, are individuals. Even in your group family dynamic, you're still the individual. You go along to get along with the group, and the group might need you to survive, but you don't need the group to survive. That's what individualism is. It's not a problem being a member of anything, but when it becomes your whole life, it's like people that get wrapped up into politics, and that's your whole life. Everything is based on your political view. Who your friends are, what kind of food you eat, where you shop is all based on a political view. That's groupthink. That's groupthink. You have to be, we're all students in the classroom. We're all in this collective. But to become sovereign, to become a self-sovereign, you must learn independence. This next age is all about independence. I refer you to indigenous, indie. All of these words are independent. We need to get away from codependency into independency. That's why they call them Indians, because they're independent. They don't belong to the collective. Jupiter, in the age of Pisces, puts everybody in collectives. That's why you're in groups. That's why everything is defined by your race, your gender, your blood type, your education, your economical background, everything. They put you in, they profile you and put you in these categories and boxes. But when you follow that fixed cross, when you take up your cross and you follow him, then you become independent. You can move in and out of the collective. It might need you, but you don't need it. You become independent. And Jupiter can only function in the group. Jupiter has no power as an individual because he has no merit. He didn't earn it. He just inherited it. And that's or inherit it, steal it, connive it, embezzle it, whatever. That's what's going on with Jupiter in this age, because Peter's crucified upside down. Alright, getting into 30 minutes of this video. You see anything else I can help you along with while we're in this? We've been always remember that we're opposite where everything else is. So right now, with the sun, Saturn, Jupiter, Pluto, all in Sagittarius, the Earth is in Gemini. And Gemini is about hermetics, hermit, again, an air sign pointing to that individualism. So this is where we're at in the scheme of things, but this is where the power that shines from above down onto us. From the illuminated mind to the hermetical hermit. So you can see the transmutation in the mutable cross. All this is mutable, so this is the change. Venus is fixed, Neptune's fixed, and Mars is fixed. They're not changing. The heart is stable, the emotions are in a stable sign. Neptune, the imagination's in a stable sign, but the message, the groupthink, and even in the individualism and the collective subconscious is all in a transmutation state as we occur. Uranus on the cardinal cross is elevated. It's in a state of purification. This whole age of Aries was about an age of purification. Cardinal fire does two things. It purifies you, or it burns you to the ground and destroys you, which then you become the phoenix out of the ashes, right? Renew the mind, Uranus in cardinal fire. Aspecting or trining the fire in Sagittarius, while the moon is the fire in Leo. So today it's fired up, but also so fiery that the higher self, the subconscious, and the message, logic and intelligence, are all combust, and we are blinded by the light. Fired up and blinded by the light. Everything is lit up. Because remember, the word fire and light come from the same root. They're the same word. So everything is lit up. And when you light something up, that's exposure. So, and exposure is the veil coming down. They call it 7 veils, relating to the 7 chakras. And one after the other, they're taken down until we can see clearly now. And that's what 2020 is about. 2020 vision is we can see clearly now because the rain has gone. All right, this is over 35 minutes long. It's pushing 8 o'clock, and I need to get this processed and get on the bus and get it uploaded to you. And be patient with me again. I'll be back next week in full force. And yeah, we're going to do some live streams and stuff. All right, got a lot of new subs. Those of you who are new subs, you'll find the links you're looking for in the description box below the video. I have links to a meet and greet video to where you can go and add your name and look for others that live close to you so you can hook up with people of like mind that are on this channel. You also have links to Alchemy Libraries, link to Stellarium so you can get started on your own chart. My purpose here is to tell you the same thing that Christ did. Take up your cross and follow him. Not me. Follow him. It's your burden. And it has helped me tremendously, and it's helped a lot of other people that have chosen to take this path. All right. If this channel has helped you in any way, won't you consider making a donation this year or becoming a sponsor? Every little bit helps, and right now I'm in crunch time anyway. All right, guys. See you next week.